driving down the street, I think Miller, because he wanted to show me his new subs that he got in his new car. And we were playing them really loud, and we were driving down the street, and he didn't have his headlights on. So he got pulled over by the police, and they pulled him over on Gomez, and so we drove up to the top of Gomez and got pulled over, and the cop came over the car and was like, "Do you know what you did wrong?" He's like, "No," and all, I guess, the typical kind of stuff that happens.
The night that I got pulled over, I took one of my friends out in my car, and we were just driving around for no apparent reason, and I got pulled over.
I got in Ollie's car even though it was illegal because I wanted to hear the new Slash he just got in his trunk, and I thought that would be pretty sweet, so I wanted to, I guess, test him out. And he got 2 tickets, one for not having his headlights on and another for having me in the car because he hadn't had his license for a year. I was aware of the law that you're not supposed to drive anyone under the age of 25 when you first get your license in the first year. But I figure that it's bullshit because honestly, if you get your license and you like work all that time to get it, I believe that you should be able to drive anyone you want, whenever you want.
If everyone broke that law, driving kids in their car, I think that the police would probably take it away because they couldn't deal with every single person driving people in their car. Every single teenager that drives at TAM, it's probably 90% of the kids at TAM drive, and I don't think they could deal with all those kids driving kids in their cars. I don't think the passengers should receive any penalty or some kind of ticket because they weren't really at fault. Only the driver's at fault because it's their decision to drive the passenger.
Well, I knew it was illegal, but I basically got in the car because I figured that I wouldn't really be taking the blame for it.
When I get to intense shock, and then extreme intensity shock, and then dangerous severe shock, I need to stop really, don't I?
Well, the experiment requires that you continue.
What about in dangerous severe shock, and then the XXX?
Well, please continue the experiment. Thank you.
Okay. And he signed his form and everything, didn't he? He signed his form and everything, didn't he, to say he was okay with
yes.
it? Okay.
The participant here deferring to the professor,
Yes.
and that deferring to the professor carries with it a diffusion of responsibility. The responsibility for this is not entirely hers, so much as it is to the authority figure that resides with her in the room.
In my situation, I invited Matt into my car to listen to my subs. It was my decision to take him in my car, and I take full responsibility for it.